Hello, world. I'm Batman.
I'm Gaby.
And I'm Colin. And Jesse is most certainly not Batman.
You never seen me and Batman in the same room at the same time?
I've never seen Batman at all.
And this is our Lego Movie
Lego
2,
Movie
the
2
second
review.
part review.
Yeah. Is everything awesome, or are those unrealistic expectations? Find out after a brand new title card.
Everything's not awesome.
No, it's gonna be this song's gonna get stuck inside you. This song's gonna get
it's the same
stuck
song.
inside you. This song's gonna get
Stuck
stuck inside
inside
your
your
head. This song's gonna get stuck inside you. This song's gonna get stuck inside your head. Oh, you did it right.
Inside your
I
head.
did it wrong.
Yeah, it's okay. Shh.
So,
Okay.
we're gonna
So
talk
Lego
about
Movie
Sorry.
2 is the
second part.
fourth. It's the second part, but the fourth installment in the Lego franchise. It
Yes.
picks up right after the first Lego Movie ends with little sister coming in and just devastating everything with
'Cause
her
it's
little
a
toys
Baby.
because she's a baby.
She's not, though. She's like...
Well, she is when we start, but then we flash
right.
forward
5
5
That's what it
years,
is.
and then
Yeah.
she's not anymore. But she's still being a little punk and destroying stuff.
She's
so
not being a little punk.
they're both being little punks.
I mean, fair.
Yeah. So we found out in the first movie that this whole thing takes place in the imagination of a kid, maybe. So then in this one, the kids are fighting,
So it's in both of their combined.
but also like the Legos are their own things with their own wills and ability to move in the real world. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
It's freaky. It's like Toy
It's freaky.
Story meets Lego Movie.
A little bit, but then, but like in the world of Toy Story, the toys come to life and the humans aren't looking. Is it the same in the Lego Movie, or is the kid just imagining all of it? All right, what do you guys think?
I thought it was a fantastic. These movies are so great, and you know what it is there was a lot of gems in there that were for adults because they know who's going to watch these movies, and I really appreciate when a movie is made for adults, appropriate for, but at the same time appropriate for children.
I was not a fan. Like, I can recognize
Oh,
how this
man.
movie would spark joy in other people,
Joy.
but it does not spark joy in me.
So you're going to thank
Colin
it
has no
and
joy to
throw it
spark.
away.
Yeet it out the room, yeah.
Eat it out the room. No, you have to be respectful.
I haven't watched Tidying Up. I don't know how it works, Gabby. Jesus. No, I've just
spark
seen all the
joy.
memes. It didn't really do it for me, but like, that's just me. I recognize that there was a lot in that movie that people like. So, you know, it's there.
I liked it a lot. Not as much as the first Lego Movie, not as much as the Lego Batman movie, but
Oh, that
definitely
one
more
was-
than
That
Ninjago.
one was cool.
Ninjago's the only one
Ninjago's the only one I haven't seen, and I'm kind of
Oh.
bummed.
That's okay.
Okay.
You
It's
might
not
as well
great.
see
I thought
it.
it was
You've seen the
Ninjago.
other three.
It's like you might as well, yeah. But
Yeah.
it's
Cool.
This one was good. I think this one was more geared towards kids than adults, other than the pop culture references.
Yeah,
Um,
that's how they got me. Was those
more than the first
references,
one, I
you
should
know.
say.
I didn't even like you when you were Christian Bale. Oh, I'm more of a Keaton guy.
yeah.
myself.
The
I was
references were
like-
definitely for adults. The storyline was definitely more childish, I think, than the first one was. But otherwise, yeah, I think they did. It's a solid sequel, solid follow up.
Yeah. My only problem with it was that I was like, what is the point? Where are we going with this plot? And you don't really understand where the plot's going until the very end. It just kind of like leads you one way and then confuses you and then leads you another way. And
Yeah, I mean,
I was like, what's Rex? What's the point of Rex? And you don't find out till the end.
Uh-huh.
So,
plot's pretty simple. One of the aliens comes to
or an alien
it's not
group.
Bricksburg anymore. It's Apocalypseburg. Kidnaps all of our main characters except for Emmett, and Emmett has to go rescue him with the help of Rex Dangervest.
Is that his name? The
Yeah.
Danger Vest?
Dangervest. His name's Rex Dangervest. That's why he wears vests, because Emmett wore a vest.
Because he was Emmett.
Well, also because he was a fan of Emmett.
Twist.
So we should just get into it. Emmett and Rex, both voiced by Chris Pratt.
Yep.
One voiced by Chris Pratt doing Chris Pratt, and the other one voiced by Chris Pratt doing his best Kurt Russell impression.
Really?
What'd
Is
you
that
think?
what that is?
I think so.
thought
That's
he
what I
was
saw
just
was
being
Kurt
rough.
Russell.
It was fine. He wasn't as I didn't like Emmett as much as I liked Emmett in the first movie. Because I was like, why has this character not really grown? But also, I really
Wasn't
wanted
that
to.
kind of the point
that was the
of
whole
the
point of the
movie,
story,
though?
No,
Gabby.
I know. But I also wanted to put him in like protective bubble wrap and keep him Emmett. So like, I don't know. I
Yeah.
was conflicted.
Well, see, that's what I liked about that whole story. I liked his arc, or I should say his lack of arc, but the story arc around his arc. That makes sense?
Explain.
The whole thing of like him needing to grow up and become hard and cynical and angry.
And then
'Cause I feel
people
like-
realizing that like you process.
You don't have to be all cynical and edgy. You
Yeah.
can just be.
Well, I
you can
feel
just be
like
you. It's
if
okay.
we're gonna be a little bit deeper, it's different people process experiences in a different way, right? So like wild
Sometimes the
style,
same person can experience the same experiences in different ways.
exactly. Or like, you know, Wild Style was like, I'm gonna be dark and
Wild
gritty
Style.
now, and Emmett was like, everything is still awesome, because you know he still had everything. Yeah, he still had everything that he needed, right? And he wanted to still build a nice life, despite Apocalypseburg.
Apocalypseburg, a darker, cooler, more mature society.
What did you think, Colin?
I mean, I like Emmett a lot. He's great. His like endless positivity is just freaking delightful, and it was really fun to watch him do whatever he was gonna do, because like he approached pretty much everything with like, this is gonna work out. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but it's gonna work out. And Rex was like, he was there. He was
Exactly.
fine. Like, I didn't really care about him until we found out who he actually was, and even once we found out who he actually was, I was like, all right, this is fine, but I'm ready for you to go away so we can get back to Emmett.
I thought Rex was just a plot device to save Emmett, and then I was like, oh, he's staying. Okay. That's all I thought about Rex.
Yeah, I liked how cool he was, all that stuff.
Oh, I liked it because it was just a bunch of Chris Pratt. Like, it was just Rex is Chris Pratt.
I did like that. I liked the play on the whole play, which started from the marketing, from the trailer on. They were kind of playing up this. He's Chris Pratt, but no, like he's actually Chris Pratt. Like
Yeah,
that's what they were
like-
trying to tell you from
It was great.
before day one, which I appreciate. I thought that was kind of cool. When the twist happens, like I'm you from the future. I'm like, well, of course you are, because we were noticing that from the first trailer when you showed up. Like, oh, that's just Chris Pratt. And then I found out he's played by Chris Pratt as well, and I was like, huh. Wonder if they're gonna do anything with that. And then they did, and I was like, all right, that's cool.
So let's move on to a different character.
Such as?
Such as,
I know Wild Style. She's up there.
sure, cool.
Oh my God, I love the part where like the general, what's
course
her
you
name?
do.
General comes in and
General
she's like,
Mayhem?
Yeah,
General Sweet Mayhem.
Is that her name? General Mayhem? Okay. When General Mayhem comes in and she's
Get
like,
it?
yeah, so you just
She causes General Mayhem. There it is.
General Mayhem. Okay. When she comes in and she's like, yeah, so you did like all the building and all the work and you saved everybody, and then the dude got the credit, and I was like,
I was like, eh. I feel like this is a joke we just have to put in every movie now because we've seen it. It's
Oh
a
my
joke
God.
that's getting played out. But also, like,
I
it's
haven't
not
seen the joke
true
very
because everybody but Emmett did all those things.
Compared to like Emmett, who was trying to learn to change, she felt kind of one note. I feel like she was the same person at the end as she was at the beginning. All she really learned was, hey, I shouldn't have pushed Emmett to change. Like, nothing about her changed.
That's
except for
true.
her
I don't
hair.
agree with that at all. I think we got the whole. She had the same arc as Emmett, which is it's okay to not be dark and edgy, and I can just be my own sparkly blue and pink self at the end of the movie.
Yeah, but,
She
I feel
opened
like
but
up
also
and
she
not
could be
sparkly
edgy if she
blue self.
wanted to be.
Which again is what I like about this movie. I like the fact this movie was like, hey, everybody in the world, chill. We don't all have to be angry all the time. Just sometimes we can just let everything be awesome. It's fine.
But also
Like
there was a
Wildstyle and
song
Emmett
about
both.
how everything's not awesome.
Right. Everything's not awesome. Everything can't be awesome all the time. Those aren't realistic expectations. That doesn't mean we have to stop trying to make everything awesome, I think is the lyric.
Oh, damn, he knows
Yeah,
the song
you should
better
listen
than I
to
do.
the song, Gabby, if you're going to use it in your counter argument. But I feel like that's the arc that these characters had. And, pretty much all the characters, including Batman, including General Mayhem, they all kind of did that. They start very hard and cynical and tough and darker, edgier, more mature, which I like that line. And then at the end, they're like, nah, it's cool. We can just, Batman gets married and General Mayhem ends up being General Sweet Mayhem. And Wild Style goes from emo, goth, punk, whatever they call her at the beginning of the movie, to toothpaste hair at the end of the movie.
I liked her hair.
Yeah, I like it. I like how Apocalypseburg was based. There's a lot of different apocalypse in jokes in that scene, but I like
Oh,
that it was
yeah.
mostly based on Mad Max Fury Road.
Yes, I love that too.
Including Wild Style having one hand that was different than the other hand. It was like a little thing. I'm like, is that a Furiosa reference? I couldn't tell because it's not like it's a robot hand. It's just one hand that I think was gray. and the other one was yellow, her natural yellow. So I was like, wait a minute.
I didn't even
Did she
notice
lose her
that.
hand at some point in the past 5 years? That's dark.
Oh my
But
god.
I guess it's not
that's
dark if
great.
you're a Lego. You can just pop it off and put it back on.
Yeah.
But,
like
I feel like
Rex
she might have
literally
done
went
that.
and popped off his hair and changed it.
Right, exactly. I feel like at some point she was like, you know what? I need to be edgier. And she took off her hand and put on a gray one just to be.
That's probably what happened, and she was trying to teach Emmett how to brood. Like,
Yeah, you got to be more broody. And then the movie was like, nah, you don't have to be broody. Speaking of broody.
yeah.
Batman.
Batman. I mean,
Batman's
he
in this
was
movie.
just his usual Batman self. I don't think, but he had one of the best songs with the Queen, whatever Wanabe.
Whatever I want to be, yeah.
Whatever Wanabe. It's Gotham.
Gotham City Guys.
Gotham
yeah.
City Guys song
that
was absolutely delightful. It
Again-
was one of the highlights of the movie.
It reminded me of the Wreck-It Ralph Disney princess scene where I'm like, this is such a cheap ploy to win my heart.
And
And
it
it
worked.
It's like,
But it
God, I'm
worked
so easy.
though. And I was like, this is really happening. You
I
know
love
what?
it.
I'm gonna bask in
I
the
ain't
greatness
Selena
of this.
Kyle. I ain't no Vicky
Yeah.
Vale.
Mhm.
Somehow she made Selena Kyle and Vicky Vale rhyme, and I can't make that work when I sing it. I love that in this dark, edgy world, Batman is like the king. And he's got his own like bat-shaped tower with these awesome machine guns.
I mean, it fits, right?
Yeah, I love that he's the only one that could take out the spaceship, which was fantastic. I love that he has the sign already saying "You're welcome," just ready to go at any moment. That was hilarious.
Oh, I like how he had like this fortress that was ready for everybody.
Yeah,
Oh, that was
with,
great. And
Alfred,
also-
take off your shoes, please, before coming in. I said, take off your shoes.
Who plays him? Jeremy Irons.
Ray Fiennes.
Oh, Ray Fiennes. That's who plays
Jeremy
him.
Irons is in the
Oh,
DCEU,
that's true. That's
which
who it is. Sorry.
still a thing.
I'm
It's not a
getting
thing?
my
I don't know if it's a
English
thing anymore.
butlers confused.
Well, you're
There are
getting the
so many, it's
same.
There's
To be
so,
fair, you're
so
getting
many.
the same English butler confused with the other same
English
English butler.
butler.
Colin, how'd you feel about Michael Caine?
Michael.
My cocaine,
You mean Batman or Alfred?
Alfred. No, but
You asked.
yeah,
What?
we're talking about Alfred now.
Batman was cool. I kind of feel like, I don't know, I feel like he worked better in a movie that was about him as opposed to sort of taking over parts of this movie.
He did weirdly become like the main character for a minute there.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of this plot was revolving around him and Queen Whatever I Want to Be.
Really? I thought it was just the like 1.5 songs.
Right, but the 1.5 songs were
But that was the
singing
whole
about
plot,
the
though,
plot.
was them getting married.
I thought the
Like the story is that aliens come to
Ant-Man-
kidnap the leader of Apocalypseburg so that they can get married. And that's Batman. You watched the movie, right?
Well, I thought the plot was that all of the cool master builders get kidnapped and Emmett has to go save them.
Yeah, but he has to do that by just destroying this wedding. But then he's not supposed to destroy the wedding because
Yeah.
Rex wants him to destroy the wedding. It's a whole thing revolving around the wedding, Gaby.
I guess, but I don't know. I didn't feel like Batman was really the main character. I thought he was just a
Well, I think that's what Colin and I are saying. He's not really the main character, but there were parts of this movie where it felt like he was, like Colin said, taking over, becoming the main character.
I guess. I feel like you had to devote a little bit of time into be like, wait, why
bit of
is
time.
like you had to devote enough time to Batman so that you're like, oh, okay, because like, how is he going to be okay with this wedding? Oh, she's just going to have to convince him of it. So you're just going to have to.
Wasn't hard.
Yeah, exactly. But you still have to, you have to spend a little bit of time.
But yeah, I think it's hilarious. I love
loved
the
it.
character they have created of this like narcissistic. Just
Because you have to be a certain level of narcissist to choose to do what Batman does. And I like that they're acknowledging it, even if
Yeah.
it's like in a random children's film.
yeah.
Like,
It did kind of annoy me though that it seemed like all of his character development that he got in the Lego Batman movie was undone in this movie.
oh, yeah. I was like, what happened to Lego Batman? I
But
was
they
like,
do-
where is Michael Cera?
you
I
know,
mean, Robin.
It's okay because they make the meta joke at the beginning of the movie like
Which is.
it's what the fans want. So
Oh,
yeah, I guess he has
fair,
to go back
that's
to being the
true.
Batman that we know, which I was like, weird joke, but okay.
And then Queen, whatever
Whatever I want
wanna
on
be.
yeah,
Wanna
whatever I want to be.
Whatever I want.
Just whatever I want to be.
Queen,
It's hard to
whatever I
say
wanna
with the twist. that they
She's
put on
played
it.
by Tiffany Haddish, and she is
She
delightful.
she is. You might say she is awesome.
Just like everything is.
Ah,
What did you think, Colin?
I like her as a character, but having seen the whole movie, she frustrates me because if she had literally just told them what she wanted in the first place, we wouldn't have needed to go through everything
did,
in this
though.
movie.
Yeah, but I think
No, she
that's
didn't.
because
She spent the entire song being like, ooh, I don't know how to say the right words that I want to say, so I'm going to say unmalicious. Like, no, just explain, we need to do this.
yeah. I think the whole point though was that she was explaining literally who she was and what she wanted. They just the characters and we, the audience, assume that she's being.
And also, we're seeing it from the
sarcastic or whatever.
boy's perspective, right? We're seeing it from the
Wild Style's a girl.
from the boy.
Right,
yeah,
and I'm saying
from
the entire
boy
movie
child.
isn't from his
Oh.
perspective. There are parts that are from hers.
Point is,
The point is, Queen
Queen
whatever I want to be
whatever,
is great.
or whatevs. Let's call her whatevs. That's what Batman
No,
calls her. Queen
no.
whatevs.
No.
Whatevs is.
She's played by Tiffany Haddish, and she's delightful.
did. I think
just
Tiffany
like
Haddish
Tiffany
was awesome.
Haddish is delightful
She stole
in
the show.
absolutely everything she's in.
I didn't know she could sing, and apparently neither did she. Like this is her
That's
first time trying to
delightful.
sing, and she had to get like vocal coaches to
That's
teach her how
so
to, and
cute.
she kicked ass.
Aw, I
Kicked
love
butt.
you,
This is a
Tiffany.
kids movie.
You-
She kicked brick.
She was great, and I actually didn't think that she. I thought that everybody had their moments. And also, I really like. Can we talk about General Mayhem really briefly, because she's played by Stephanie Beatriz, and I really
Sure.
appreciate that Stephanie Beatriz is there and present. And also, I like that we actually get her real voice for once, because okay, so Stephanie Beatriz is famous for playing Rosa Diaz on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and she actually talks more like General Mayhem than Rosa Diaz. Anyway, I just like that Stephanie Beatriz is in this, and she's my favorite, and I love her, and yeah.
And she was good. What are those? What
I
was
think
she?
they're a separate. They're like
they Legos?
they're. I think they're the Legos that are geared for younger kids.
Are Legos not geared for younger
Because
kids? Are those
so-
not like the
so-
first toy you
So
get
you've
for
got
children?
like
Well, isn't that the
the
point of the Duplo blocks that they're
yeah they're
geared for younger
Duplo
kids?
they're Duplo blocks.
They're what?
Duplo
Duplo.
blocks.
It's a separate block set that's meant for younger kids. That's
It's
what
it's
all the girls'
manufactured
toys
by
are.
yeah all the girls' toys are Duplo blocks, just like all the little lady characters. Yeah.
Oh, no wonder they didn't get along. It's racism.
Yeah.
It's Lego racism.
I really appreciate the amount of effort and thought that was put into this movie, and that's been put into children's movies lately, because
Mhm.
they don't have to. They could just make it. They can make the emoji.
Well, they found
movie.
out that when you just make emoji movies, then they don't work out so well anymore. So.
We've extensively talked about the story.
What I like,
No, go. I'm sorry.
what
sorry,
I like
sorry.
about all these Lego movies, I love the visual style.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
weird stop motion looking thing that they do, where it looks like it was done by hand.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate using Legos in every aspect of the shot.
That's something I want to bring up. What the first Lego movie did was everything was Lego.
Yeah.
Everything. The
It was
smoke
awesome.
was Lego. Fire was Lego. Water
the
was
water
Lego.
was Lego.
Lego Batman, it was like, the water's water. Yeah, the smoke is smoke. And I was like, I guess I get it, because it's Gotham, so you gotta have smoke, making it smoky. This one took it back. Smoke's Lego again.
Yeah.
Water is Lego again. And
But
even like space, it wasn't Lego, but it was like
Yeah.
bed sheets or something.
Yeah,
it was
it
some
was-
weird material. I was like, that's awesome.
And I appreciate it. And it was just like a detail. First of all, it's like an animation, not like a trick, but like let me impress you with our animation kind
Yeah.
of a deal. You know how
But-
like cars did with the water and like
But
the
also, it's
reflections.
like reverse. They're showing us this awesome animation, but they're pretending that it's not, or they're pretending it's cheaper. You know?
Yeah, but it's so good that you can do
Like they
that.
put- I love when they put the strings on the spaceship.
Yes!
They just have the spaceship.
It's the best.
I love how every time anyone shoots a laser gun, it pew 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 pew.
I really
pew, pew.
appreciate this. It's
That's great.
like it's details like that you both see and don't see at the same
Mm-hmm.
time. Does that make sense? Like it's so seamless and flawless
Well, after
and,
the
and
first-
goes with the aesthetic that it's not really something you pay attention to until you really like dive deep, or you've seen the movie so many times
Yeah.
you start noticing the backgrounds, right?
It's like the first Lego movie. I remember for the first 30 seconds, I was like, "Whoa, this is different. I've never seen anything."
Yeah.
And then you just get into it. You're in a Lego world.
It's one of those things that you sit around and you're like, oh, I want to make a Lego movie, and then even the water's going to be Legos.
Yeah.
But like putting that onto the screen is a giant feat, and I just really appreciate it. Making it so that those blocks look like that is just it's an extra layer as opposed to just
This took work, guys.
Yeah.
This took me 5 minutes. 5 long, arduous minutes.
Just the E?
Just the E. Yeah.
because he had to find all the orange pieces.
True. I gotta dig through this pile and try to find all the pieces. Look at this H. Look, it looks cool from this angle, but then you turn it and you realize I was missing a piece.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering.
Yeah.
Part of the reason this movie didn't do a lot for me is because so much of it was about the kids in the live action. Every time they went out of that, I was like, I don't care about the kids and live action stuff. I'm here for the Lego because that's interesting. Like, I don't know, the Lego thing is just so impressive. Like, the character's in a force field and it's just made out of little lightning blocks arranged in kind of a circle, but they don't connect because they're individual pieces. Like, that kind of thing. Or, like, I think the water, at one point, it wasn't Lego. Like, when they're going into Queen Whatever's palace, it's, like,
That's what I was
belt or
talking about.
something?
Yeah, it's like a
It's-
bed sheet or a
Yeah, I don't know what it was,
mosquito
but
net.
it was like-
yeah.
But I think because at that point it's a different person that's designing.
But
Well,
that's what was so cool about it. Was
at
that,
this
like,
point, you're in the sister system.
Yeah.
You're in the sister's room, so
but,
she's
like,
got
it's
different
still,
stuff.
It looks enough like water that you know what it is,
Mhm.
but you can also tell that it's made of some material that like a kid might have lying around. Like that's really cool.
So you said you don't like when it would jump out into the
real world?
The real world.
Yeah.
And I appreciated it because it gave everything that was happening some context. Because I was like, what is going... I got a little bit... The plot got a tad convoluted for a second. And
Yeah.
I was like, I need to know what's... Oh, that's what's going on. Okay, great. And then we could jump back in and I understood.
Well, I think it was
like,
necessary
what's happening.
if you're going to be jumping through and going from location to location. Now that we know that this is a kid playing with these toys, I guess it was necessary to show us that, we're actually going into a different bedroom.
Yeah.
We're leaving the basement and we're going through the stair gate to get to...
Yeah.
So, yeah, I get why they did it, but... Yeah, I think it lost its impact. Because remember, again, when the first one did that, I was like, whoa!
Because it was a twist at that
Yeah.
point. But at this point, this is the world.
I will say Maya Rudolph. You get that right?
Yeah.
She didn't have the same impact on me as Will Ferrell did in the first movie. Will Ferrell came down. I was like, hey, you're funny and emotionally resonant right now. I'm feeling things. Whereas Maya Rudolph, I was like, she's coming in to be, like she says, she's not the bad guy. She's an amusing side character.
Oh, my God.
Which,
Yes.
again, is so meta. But,
I liked it.
yeah, I was like, this
I mean,
is
if you're going to
funny-ish.
have somebody play a
It's
funny
funny, eh?
mom, I get, like, I think that was good casting. I understand what you're saying, though. There was more of an emotional impact in the last movie.
Yeah.
And whereas
I also
this
just didn't think she was that
more
funny.
of
She
a
kept stepping
plot
on the
device.
Lego. I was like, you just going to step on the Lego again? You just step on the Lego again. All right. Stepping on the Lego.
I liked it. I
Yeah.
like her.
I like her a lot. And in this movie, she just didn't do anything for me. Final thoughts?
I thought it was absolutely delightful. It's a solid sequel. I liked all the new characters, especially General Mayhem. She was my favorite.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the movie, but that said, I mean, the Lego franchise has been doing pretty well. I feel like if you like the first Lego movie, you will probably like this one.
Yeah. Again, I liked it a lot. Not as much as the other ones, except for Ninjago, which I don't like. Pretty solid sequel. I think if you like the Lego movie, go watch this one. Go watch this one because nobody is. So
Yeah,
you know,
you should go see it. It's
I'm
really
sure
good.
our endorsement is just going to skyrocket that budget or skyrocket that box office out the window. Hit us up on Twitter at the Reshoots.
Hit us up on everything at the Reshoots.
everything at the Reshoots. Yeah.
Like most social medias, except Google Plus, because. Did you already tell them what you thought?
did.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I
Cool.
don't know
You
what
can
year it
find
is.
me on Twitter and Instagram at thejester1138.
You can find me on Instagram at Stegosaurus, not just Stegosaurus.
I have a Twitter account. It'll be on the screen. I don't need to say it.
Don't
It's
be
Duck
rude,
McGuck. It's
man.
Duck McGuck. His Twitter is Duck McGuck.
Oh yeah,
It's Duck McGuck.
you're gonna
Oh,
shout
so
him
you
out,
can expose
but you
me.
can't do yours.
It's mine.
Damn it, Gabby!
Gosh.
Can I change my Twitter handle? Do they make
I
it so
believe
you
You
can?
can. I've done that since we
Maybe
started
I'll
this
just
channel.
change it to Damn It Gabby. Okay, have fun out there, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Meh.
Oh wait, actually, meet my dog. This is Chompies.
Wait, you got to do the thing. Do the thing.
Nah,
Do the thing.
no.
This is the wrong review. Give it a few months.
Actually, yeah, we'll do that to you on then. Then we'll
¿Por qué
just
no
cut
los
this out.
dos?
But this is Chompies. He's not amused, but he insisted on being up here.
It's the calling of dogs.
He kind of is.
Fucking rude.
See?
Do we
Also-
want to talk about any other characters?
No, I only want to talk about Wild Style and then we're done.
Okay, great. I
What are you
don't know,
doing?
buddy. I'm
Can
going
you
into
just-
slouch
Can you
bird.
just relax?
No,
Can you just
everything
sit?
hurts.
Can you just chill?
No, I
You
can't.
put the
I'm
pillow
like
behind you, so like. That's
No,
why
I
you
like the pillow where it is. Was that me? I'm so sorry.
And we're back.
I'm so sorry. I don't. This is
Gabby,
from
you
not
suck at
even
this.
from
What
from
is
a.
that number?
I know,
Hold
right?
on, I just want to for the camera.
It's
this
not even
number
from
is
this
678 678 8409 That's
Like
the
a
number.
social security
it's like
number.
12 digits. Who's calling you from Vanuatu? Can we
I
answer?
don't
it?
know.
Want to answer it.
I think it's gonna be a fake like hotel thing.
Hello.
Oh, look, he just answered it.
Hello.
Guys.
Why have you
Hello?
done this?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Who is it?
It's Hanan from. I don't know. She sounded like she was in an. She was underneath an airplane.
Oh no,
So,
she's
that's why
trying to. I
I
think it was a
flinched 'cause I
scam.
answered, it was
Somebody
like-
was gonna try to scam me.
I was like, "Hello," and the first thing I heard was "Whoa." So
You never know.
yeah,
never know.
all 5 of our viewers, which is weird because there's
I
5 of us,
appreciate you.
and I know they don't watch the videos. So
We appreciate you. You 5
I
people
appreciate
out
you,
there.
but not them.
Bye.
Wait. Before you look what I could do. Bam!
Why would you do
I thought the R would get smashed, but it
Oh,
didn't.
now we're the ehoots.
The
Ehoots!
Like,
But I think the whole point was,
Oh
ooh,
my
my
God.
goodness.
And cut.
The least